Yes, good evening and welcome to the news. Tonight's... Yes, welcome to the news. My name's Butterfield and I can't swear at the start of my videos anymore because YouTube will demonetize me. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's stories are incredible. James Charles, you may or may not have heard of him depending on your gender, but James Charles is a massive YouTuber with... Well, he did have 16 million subscribers. Yes, that's right, 16 million. But this week, he came under fire, came into a lot of hot water. He fell into an enormous pot of hot water. James Charles has... Okay. We've reached 30 seconds. So, James Charles is fucked, ladies and gentlemen, okay? He went, on Friday last week, he lost over 500,000 subscribers. On Saturday, 1.2 million. And on Sunday, 600,000. Over 2 million subscribers at this point have decided to jump off the bandwagon and remove James Charles from their YouTube subscription feed. Now, why is this? Has he done something horrible? Has he done something horrendous? In reality, I didn't really want to talk about this because it's just fucking boring, but I will because everyone else is. And I know there's people in the comment section going, you only put James Charles in the video for views. Well, here's the secret. That's why I do every video, you fucking idiot. For views. What else would I be doing videos for? Just so I can watch myself on a fucking camera and bat off? Fuck off! Apparently, James Charles is in a bit of strife because he attempts to make straight dudes have sex with him. Yeah. That's pretty much about it. I'm probably not the best source to get this information from because the main video about this that has over 30 million views, it goes for 43 minutes. And you can get fucked if you think I'm going to watch that 43-minute video on James Charles. So this is the basic gist of the situation. There was a waiter involved, or there was a couple of waiters or something, some straight dudes, and he thought because he's a celebrity, he can get them to fuck him. Who gives a fuck? How is this the biggest news story of the week? Some good dude that likes fucking dudes is trying to get dudes who like fucking girls to fuck him. Who cares? In nightclub news, a man was attacked from behind by a particular attacker. He was stabbed in the head and needed urgent medical attention. Now, this young dude's injury was pretty full on. He had to have staples in the back of his head and his scalp was starting to peel off. Not a great night out. It's something you'd sort of expect if you went out in Cronulla and had brown skin. But here's the fucked up thing. The attacker of this young dude was only fined $250 and no criminal conviction was even recorded. Now, you might be sitting there saying, hang on, what about these coward punch laws? What about these one-punch attacks that have been just strewn throughout the media over the last couple of years because of how dangerous they are?
Take it from me, one punch can be lethal. Thrown in anger like this, without warning, without any gloves, it can be deadly. It takes grunt to throw it, it takes guts to walk away.
Why would this man, this disgusting attacker, be let off in such a violent attack? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's because it wasn't a man. It was, in fact, a young woman. What this young woman did was she assaulted this man with her high heel. For all intensive purposes, he got stabbed in the head with a high heel. And I don't know if you've ever had your foot stood on by a high heel. They fucking hurt. So I imagine this would have fucking hurt. But could you imagine if the gender roles were reversed? Would a man get off if he did this to a woman? If I went out and thonged a bitch... Would I get in trouble by the police? Would I end up in jail? Probably. But for some reason, this lady has been let off. When she was questioned by the media, the woman said, "It was my 21st birthday. It was a drunken act. It's not me. I wasn't in the right frame of mind." Well, that's not an excuse. If you're drunk and you drive a car and damage someone else's car or someone else, it doesn't matter if you're not in the right frame of mind. You're still drunk. You've still committed the punishable crime. You should be punished. Okay, you can't go around assaulting people. This is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just go up and punch someone in the face. You can't go and thong a bitch, and you can't go and high heel some poor prick in the back of the head. Just because it's your 21st birthday, it doesn't mean you can go and carry out the purge. But apparently, violence against women, Australia says no. Violence against men, Australia says Who gives a shit? This is another example of double standards and sexism. We have seen this many, many times before. We also saw it with Cardi B, the rapper and stripper and all those other weird things. The chick that shakes her asshole at everybody, yeah? You know Cardi B. She was heard on a live stream saying that she used to drug and steal from men.
To motherfucking survive, like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do.
Could you imagine if I said that or someone else in my position said that? They'd get in a lot of fucking trouble. But people freaked out about Cardi for a couple of days and then she went off to just continuing shaking her fat ass and no one gave a fuck. It's double standards, it's bullshit. But tonight's top story is about two parents who are facing a maximum of 5 years in jail after nearly killing their young baby through feeding it a vegan-only plant-based diet. The little girl, who was almost 2 years old, weighed under 5 kilograms. She couldn't talk nor sit up, and she had no teeth. She was so malnourished, so weak, that she looked like a tiny little baby. She hadn't seen a doctor since a couple of days after her birth, and her parents were also anti-fucking vaxxers. These people deserve a lot longer than 5 years in jail. And this is around the point that a lot of people are starting to feed their children vegan diets or their pets vegan diets. The vegan diet as a whole, the community itself, is not healthy. Now hear me out if you are a vegan. Just hear me out. It is very difficult to obtain the necessary requirements for different types of nutrients, whether that be simple things like B12, which you can get a fuck ton from steak, okay? Simple things like that. On a vegan diet, it is doable, but it is difficult. And if you are not a fucking sports nutritionist, or you're not someone who's done enormous amounts of research, you are putting your children, your pets at risk. Okay? A vegan diet can be healthy if you are absolutely hard set on making sure that you have the most nutritious meals possible. But for someone else, for the vast majority of the vegan population, all they're doing is drinking Coke and eating chips. It's not fucking healthy. Sure, you're saving some little moo cows, but you're fucking yourself. But more importantly, this young lady has now had a horrible start to life, and it will probably impact her for the remainder of it. So just, if you're thinking of having a child and feeding it in an improper way or not vaccinating it, think about their livelihood rather than your own opinions that you've fucking formed from ill-informed other people on the internet. Now, you could easily cut this video up to say that I'm ill-informed, but I'm not. I'm very smart. Too smart, some would say. But the most hilarious news of the week, just to lighten things up before we end, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and by the way, have you followed me on Instagram yet? Holy shitballs, ladies and gentlemen. It's the greatest Instagram of all time. It's the Buzzman. Go and check it out. I'm on Twitter too. But this story is fucking amazing, okay? A Florida man, and you know when a sentence starts with a Florida man, it's going to be a great fucking story. A Florida man was arrested this week after he was caught with a particular slogan on the back of his ute. The slogan read, "I eat ass." And he was pulled over and he refused to remove the sticker, and good fucking on him. That is an attack on the American free speech amendment. The fucking First Amendment or some shit, alright? That's absolutely disgusting. That's what that is. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, right? If you're a bloke and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, yuck, eating ass. If you don't eat your missus's ass, someone fucking is somewhere, alright? You know that bloke at work she's real fucking close with? He's wearing the fucking big old Nutella grin. Thankfully, justice prevailed and he's not being prosecuted. Because it would be dangerous if he had a reputation of being really good at eating ass in jail. He would be very popular with his cellmates. That's a male rape joke, ladies and gentlemen. The only ones that are okay, apparently. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is a massive day. The special, The Butterfield Effect, is finally being released at 9 a.m. tomorrow, but you can get it at any time after 9 a.m. All you have to do is visit my website. I had a screening of it over the weekend, a premiere, red carpet. There were a lot of good motherfuckers there, about 250, and it was fucking amazing, okay? The reviews that people gave me, they loved it, they enjoyed it, and I was so very proud to see that come from the humble beginnings it did have to the cinema where it was seen and the massive theatre where it was filmed. It's just unbelievable, and thank you guys for your support. But that's out tomorrow and the link's down below. That's it for the news this week. You be a good motherfucker. Peace the Middle East. Me dick stinks is up there. And yes, I'm sitting down. Stop freaking out. Bye.
An Australian comedian now. His name is Isaac Butterfield. Isaac Butterbrain.
Isaac Butterfield.
He's got this big beard, and all he does is swear and is really angry and makes reductive, simplistic arguments.
He's an anti-vegan, anti-female YouTuber, and he got one of his videos banned from Facebook recently because the content was deemed to be racist.
So you speak on behalf of the whole of Australia, do you?
Stop making fucked up videos like this that are shaming women.
I'll never apologise for a joke. What matters here is intent.
So this interview's over, thanks.
This will be a war.
G'day, you good motherfuckers. How are ya? A friend, he said to me that you need to treat everyone equally, particularly with humour. He's a minority himself. He's an Aboriginal gentleman with a lot of white characteristics, like a job. And it's a joke. He's part Aboriginal. He's got a part-time job. If I kiss a lesbian, does that give me enough omega-3 for the week? Oh, Clementine Ford's head just exploded. There's too many white guys in the comedy world, apparently. I heard that as a young comic. I thought, how am I going to do this? I wish that I had something wrong with me, like I was a woman or black. And be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Be dick stinks, and I'll see you all very soon. Toodaloo.
I eat ass.